Chapter 1. How can I talk to my parents? When you were younger, your parents were probably the first ones you ran to for advice. You told them any news, big or small. You freely expressed your thoughts and feelings, and you had confidence in their advice. Now, though, you might feel like that your parents just can't relate to you anymore. Is it wrong to keep some thoughts to yourself? Not necessarily, as long as you're not being deceitful. Proverbs 3:32. Nevertheless, whether your parents don't seem to understand you or you are holding back, one thing is certain. You need to talk to your parents, and they need to hear from you. In some ways, communicating with your parents is like driving a car. If you encounter a roadblock, you don't give up. You simply find another route. Consider these two examples. Roadblock number 1. You need to talk, but your parents don't seem to be listening. I find it difficult to communicate with my father, says a girl named Leah. Sometimes I'll talk to him for a while, and then he'll say, "I'm sorry, are you speaking to me?" A question. What if Leah really needs to discuss a problem? She has at least 3 options. Option A. Leah can yell at her dad, and she screams, "Come on, this is important, listen." Option B. Leah can stop talking to her dad, and Leah simply gives up trying to talk about her problem. Option C. Leah can wait for a better time and bring up the subject again. Leah speaks with her dad face to face later, or she writes him a letter about her problem. Which option do you think Leah should choose? Leave your comment in the comments below. Let's explore each option to see where it would likely lead. Leah's dad is distracted and thus aware of her frustration. So if Leah chooses option A, her screaming might seem to come out of nowhere. This probably won't make Leah's dad more receptive to her words, and it won't show respect and honor for him. Ephesians 6:2. Really then, this option leads to a no-win situation. While option B may be the easiest course to take, it's not the wisest. Why? Because there is a frustrating of plans where there is no confidential talk. Proverbs 15:22. To deal successfully with her problems, Leah needs to talk to her dad, and if she's going to be of any help, he needs to know what's going on in her life. Ceasing to talk accomplishes neither. With option C, however, Leah doesn't let a roadblock become a dead end. Rather, she tries to discuss the subject another time. And if she chooses to write her dad a letter, Leah might feel better right away. Writing the letter may also help her to formulate exactly what she wants to say. When he reads the letter, Leah's dad will learn what she was trying to tell him, which may help him to understand her plight better. Option C thus benefits both Leah and her dad. What other options might Leah have? See if you can think of some and write it down in the comments below. Roadblock number 2. Your parents want to talk, but you'd rather not. There's nothing worse than being hit with questions immediately after a hard day of school, says a girl named Sarah. I just want to forget about school, but right away my parents start asking, "How was your day? Were there any problems?" No doubt Sarah's parents ask such questions with the best of intentions. Still, she laments, "It's hard to talk about school when I'm tired and stressed." What can Sarah do in this situation? She has at least 3 options. Option A. Sarah refuses to talk, and she says, "Please leave me alone. I don't want to talk right now." Option B. She can go ahead and talk. Despite feeling stressed, Sarah begrudgingly answers her parents' questions. Option C. Delay the school talk, but keep the conversation going on another topic. Sarah suggests that they discuss school at another time when she knows that she'll be in a better frame of mind. Then she'll say, with a genuine interest, "Tell me about your day. How did things go for you?" What option do you think Sarah should choose? Leave your comment in the comments below. Again, let's explore each option to see where it would likely lead. Sarah is stressed and isn't inclined to talk. If she chooses option A, she'll still feel stressed, but she'll also feel guilty for blowing up at her parents. Proverbs 29:11. Meanwhile, Sarah's parents won't appreciate her outbursts or the silence that follows. They may suspect that Sarah is hiding something. They might even try harder to get her to open up, which, of course, would frustrate her more. In the end, this option leads to a no-win situation. Option B is obviously a better choice than option A. After all, at least Sarah and her parents are talking, but since the conversation isn't heartfelt, neither Sarah or her parents are going to get what they want, a relaxed, open discussion. With option C, however, Sarah will feel better because the school talk has been delayed for now. Her parents will appreciate her effort to make conversation, so they'll be happy too. This option likely has the best chance of success because both sides are applying the principle found in Philippians 2:4, which says, "Look out for one another's interests and not just for your own." Avoid sending mixed messages. Remember, the words you say and the message your parents hear don't always match. For example, your parents ask you why you seem to be in a bad mood. You say, "I don't want to talk about it." But your parents hear, "I don't trust you enough to confide in you. I'll talk to my friends about the problem, but not you." The bottom line, choose your words carefully. Deliver them in a respectful tone of voice. Colossians 4:6. Think of your parents as your allies, not your enemies. And let's face it, everyone needs allies, and you can get it if you are to cope with the challenges you have to deal with. In our next chapter, what if talking to your parents isn't the problem? It's each time you talk, you argue. Until then, this has been Chapter 1, Communication.